Hello, Lovebugs. It's me, Loverrlee. I'm so happy that you joined me today for a very special video. So, this video actually, I didn't know if I wanted to put this one out just because I lost a big chunk of the footage. So, I am sorry about that. I have to say that up front. But yeah, basically, this is part 2 of my Fairy Funland park in the Planet Coaster, the Planet Coaster. So we're jumping into building the fence here because all those little houses, all those cute little houses, oh my gosh, my voice is gone. I think I'm getting sick. Sorry, that's probably sounded awful. Anyway, all those little houses in the background, I built most of those little houses, like the little square ones, and I changed the colors, and it took a long time, and for whatever reason, I cannot find where that footage went. I think what must have happened was it accidentally got recorded over or something. I don't really know, but it's super disappointing because that was sort of like the highlight of what this video is supposed to be, was doing this ride. However, you know, it's still going to be a 20-minute video just because I have to place these fences individually, and that took forever. Must have taken me like 2 straight hours just to place all the fencing around this little ride. And then additionally, like, never mind, it took me hours to do like each of those little houses. Like I said, like I copied some of them. And then, yeah, and like the bigger ones I obviously had elsewhere, like when you first come into the park. By the way, if you haven't seen part 1, I'll link it in the end, but you should definitely watch part 1 before part 2. But yeah, I had those bigger houses, so those were pre-built ones that, you know, you can just pull out of the blueprints or whatever, like that come with the game. The reason I decided to do that was just because, like I said in the first part, I'm really trying to just make this park so I can really, like, I'm using this park as like my tutorial park because I feel like there's not actually a lot of good tutorial, like, in this game. Like, it just kind of drops you in, which for I'm sure some people is awesome. They don't want to go through like a long tutorial, but I wish there was sort of more of an option to do that. Like, it gives you some tips on how to use your controls, but it really does force you to just start building and, you know, get your baby feet, you know, or however you want to say that, like, you know. So that's why I made this park for the most part, because it's based off of a park. Again, if you haven't seen part 1, it's based off of a park that I went to as a child in my hometown, which is why I'm not naming it what it's named. But you guys will probably recognize it if you're familiar with that area of the Bay Area. So, because you guys know it's from the Bay Area. Anyway, I'm sure you guys could look it up and guess really easily which park I'm trying to recreate. But if you already know it, that's because you're super awesome. Anyway, but yeah, so it just ends up unfortunately being like a lot of me placing all these bushes because, again, I have to place all these little bushes individually, and for some silly reason I got it in my head that it would be a good idea to go around the entire track alternating between yellow and white. Again, I don't know if this is in the real park. Again, this is mostly just my, like, I take a lot of creative license with this park. This is all from, like, my memory, and that's, like, you know, childhood memories. So things change, obviously. Things are not exactly accurate. But anyway, here I am editing this front shot because I realized I don't actually want an info booth because there's no way I'm going to start adding in like those fast pass things, and that's, I forget that in this game that's all the info booth is good for. Like, if you guys are familiar with Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, this is Planet Coaster, not Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise, but a lot of people who love Roller Coaster Tycoon have gravitated toward this game because it is sort of like its predecessor, if not in reality, in spirit. Anyway, yeah, apparently, you know, info booths only sell you fast passes now in this game, but you know, info booths used to in Roller Coaster 1, again, totally different franchise, but they used to sell you like other things like maps, and I think that would be more important. I wish they added that, honestly, to this game, like adding, I think that would be cute. Like, oh, and they used to sell you umbrellas because it used to rain. That, yeah, I'm pretty sure those were the two things that you could buy in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. Like, that was my jam when I was little, like Sims 1 and Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. And honestly, I haven't changed that much. I'm still playing those sorts of games now. I'm playing Sims 4 and Planet Coaster. But yeah, this game though, like, again, sorry, buckle in for just a bunch of plant placing, because again, I was planning to cut out most of the plant placing in lieu of showing you guys, you know, the bulk of it, which I thought was going to be interesting, which was the building of the little houses. But for some reason, my footage disappeared. This little object, though, I'm super happy to find this cool object. It actually looks beautiful over there by the teacups. So in the next part, that's another reason I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna put this out here because I have some footage, even though I lost the majority of it. I'm gonna put this in here so that you guys kind of get an idea of what's gonna happen next. So I'm also sort of decorating these two like underwater themed rides as well. So those get some, you know, mermaids and pirate type of themes. And then, yeah, so this, I'm just starting to try to build like a little mini fence over here. I'm not gonna do the whole teacups ride in this part, but I'm gonna do it in the next part. And so I'm gonna probably combine it because I started it here. It's bad, I know. I don't stick to an area. I do this when I build in The Sims too. I'm very, like, I'll get bored and then I'll have to go to another thing and then I'll come back to the other thing. So I don't stick to one thing very well. So I apologize about that if you find that annoying, but just sort of the way I work. So yeah, I'm trying to make this cute little fence that kind of looks all candy, and that's gonna go all the way around the teacups on the outside. And then I'm gonna add the lollipops and like there's so much little cute delicious food items in this game. So I'm gonna make all the candy, so the teacups are gonna be candy themed. I think that kind of lends itself to candy theming, you know, if I do say so myself. I think you'd agree that teacups and candy and like sweets and desserts kind of go together. But yeah, so that's what the theme is gonna be. I'm just trying to figure out, so I built this whole fence and then I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot to like ground it, because in this game it's weird. You have to kind of quote unquote ground it by like attaching like a, what do they call it? An object that's attached to the grid in order to like copy that whole thing. Otherwise you're just placing loose objects and then you can't grab the whole object together at the same time, if that makes sense. Super annoying. Didn't realize that until later, so I'm gonna have to go fix that in the next part. But then I also found this object. I love this. So I thought it was so perfect for the balloons ride because it's like the same shape and it just looks like super fancy. And yeah, I was super happy with being able to place this little object over there as well to the entrance of the balloons ride. I'm not gonna do much with the balloons ride. I'm gonna like, you'll see later, because again, I jump around a lot. You will see later that I'm going to be adding, see, coming back here, I'm basically, I don't know if since I'm jumping around so much, if you guys don't know, it's because I'm like looking through the scenery and like throwing things from like, wherever I spot something in the scenery, I'm like, oh, I want to use that, and then I go throw it where it goes right away. So yeah, it's, again, sorry if it's kind of difficult to watch. I will try to be a little better about that in the next part. I'm going to try to stick to certain areas. So, oh yeah, I put this little guy who's shooting his arrows over there as well. Yeah, just making sure to grab out all the barrel things in that area. That's pretty much themed now with the mermaid stuff, but there are still things like I need to theme around. That whole back area is so empty that even though this is not actually in the park from my childhood, I'm gonna add it just to make it look cooler. Because I don't want to just stick a bunch of trees back there. I think that would be a little lame. So I'm just gonna actually theme it. I'm going to put a real castle. So you know how we have castle walls around this whole place? I'm gonna put like a real castle, because I thought, how cute would that look if, you know, we've got this little town area in the Cars ride, and then right next to it, we're going to have this adorable like mini castle, and then that's where I'm gonna put all the theming of like there's knights and there's like princesses. Like you can get a princess to walk around your park, but then there's also this object where you can like have her go there specifically. So I'm going to make this whole area so that if it's not gonna be in the next part, it's gonna be, I might save it for the finale, because honestly it's gonna be a lot of work. And like this part alone took me like almost a whole month to get out. So I apologize about that again. Like I was like promising this video was gonna be out like weeks ago, but then I got distracted with my Vampires LP for Halloween. But yeah, like the first part of this came out October 5th, and now today's the 2nd of November, and this might be out the 3rd of November, I don't know. But it's almost a whole month since the last part. So again, I apologize if you were waiting for it, but please be aware that I was very, very busy with my mini series. I did so many videos this month. I had 13 videos just for the vampires alone, and then I did like a few other specials for my other LPs, all Halloween themed. So it's been a lot, and it's gonna be crazy for the other holidays coming up as well. So again, this is sort of just one of those projects that are going to be on the side, probably only going to be released once a month, honestly, if I'm being honest about it, just because it takes me so long. Like it took me so long to build this, what you're seeing, what you're going to see at the end here, and this is just a 20-minute video total. So yeah, it's just the way this kind of planet coaster building goes, but I hope you understand that. And yeah, so basically keep in mind, the next 3 videos, I'm gonna try, like I know I said I was only gonna do 2 parts, that's no way. I'm gonna try to keep it to like maybe 5 parts for this park, but I also have something in mind for holiday theming for another park I wanna do. So, or like a ride. I'm gonna make a separate ride. I don't think it's gonna be a full park like this is, but I'm going to be theming another ride that doesn't fit in this park. So that is also gonna take me some time to do. So basically, if you're interested in the next few parts, I'm gonna try to do 5 parts total to this series, and that's going to be the teacups, theming all the teacups into like dessert theme, and then I have to do theming of the train ride in train theme, you know, not too crazy. And then the last and final part will probably be the castle making. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But I'm gonna let you guys ride this on your own, and you can experience the awesomeness that is this ride. Enjoy. I hope you guys thought that was like a fun little ride. I'm happy with it. There was that little part over here where like it's underneath the roller coaster track, so I really don't know what to like put under there. Maybe if you guys have a suggestion to what I could put there, that would be awesome, because I feel like that's the only sort of empty part of the ride. And also this queue for like getting off the cars is super annoying, so I actually cut down the number of cars. Unfortunately, that means it like makes the line longer, or like just fewer people can get through the ride. But I feel like it's kind of worth it, because it does take a while to like load in and off. Like honestly, it should let you get off right now, but it doesn't, or like right when you get up to like that exit bit right there. But anyway, yeah, anyway, I hope you guys found this interesting and fun. Again, I'm really sorry about losing the footage of building the little houses. Like there's still little square houses. But yeah, I feel like it's pretty true, or like enhanced really. It's really a much longer, much bigger ride than what it was when I was a kid, but it's a much more enhanced version. And yeah, you know, I am loving this game now that I'm finally getting the hang of it. I really, really love this game. I mean, look how beautiful it is. It's really, really gorgeous, especially with like super max settings and super high render and everything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you look forward to the next couple parts. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing teacup ride and the train ride, and then the major like castle. And I don't know if I'm gonna put a ride in there, but I might put another ride inside the castle. Who knows? You know, let me know what you think I should do. I'm really interested in what you guys have to say. I do this for you guys. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have, until next time, I hope you have a lovely day.